What is good, everybody? It is Eric, or E Squared here, and we're at the gym, as you can see, for the first time in like a week, I think. It's been a very eventful week, very fun weekend. If you didn't see that, you should totally go check that video out. This is actually being recorded after the workout, but we hit chest. Juan was here. Dude, he looks so good. Juan, get over here. He looks so good for someone going through chemo right now. Look at this guy.
What's going on, boys?
Going through chemotherapy and he looks like this.
Oh, yo, we're gonna get some shots here or something, bro?
We can get some shots. Let's move closer. We're too small. Whoa, post pump. Kind of lost the pump, but
Yeah, we definitely lost the pump, but you know, still out here.
we're definitely out here. Since we recorded the pump and the workout already, let's get to that right now. Oh yeah. We out here with Juan. With the close grip on the incline. Beauty.
Get it, boy. Look at the front door, do the front door. That's crazy. Yo, come in the light, come in the light, come in the light. This front delt is insane, bro.
Oh,
That whole part right there, it's all front delt. I'll do an upset.
upset.
Yo, this guy's his front delt made me go straight to the dumbbell raises.
Oh yeah.
Triple set, bro.
Triple set?
Yo, get close in on that bicep, baby.
Say less. You are insane, dog. Look at that. Look at that vein. You're going crazy, eh?
Alright.
Let's get this set in. You did a triple set, right?
Recording?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Okay, let's go. The triceps looking jacked anyway. Oh no, I gotta zoom in. The back goes crazy. Yeah, these belts are crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That was nuts.
Holy shit. Straight to another one? This guy's gonna fucking kill me. Do what you gotta do. Stay true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Get it, get it, get it.
Yo, Fred Toronto, you better be catching the time.
Oh, look at that delt.
No, it's okay.
Look at this guy go.
Lock in.
Oh yeah.
Coming for the buy. Coming for the buy.
For the buy? Dude, that shoulder
You
vein
want to
is...
squeeze? You want to hold it right there? Drop it.
Bro, you're vascular as shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, brachioradialis. Woo! Fucking brachialis right there too. Disgusting.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's working out right here.
Get the forearm in too right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Get the forearm.
Oh, disgusting. This guy's just flexing now.
That's how it goes.
All right, we are heading out from the gym. We're gonna talk about the meat stuff.
Don't eat sausages. Even though I'm gonna start a hot dog stand one of these days.
Let's get to a spot where we could talk about this. All right, we are.
You bring it. You talk first and.
All right,
You direct it.
say less. Let me turn off this car. Yo,
Red meat, there's a big stigma around it right now.
huge stigma.
got-
I'm not even lying. Like, I used to live off of processed meats, bro. Like, I
Trust
dead
me.
ass used to I used to eat so much processed meat before I switched to the 80-20 rule.
And for those of you that don't know what the 80-20 rule is, it's 80% whole foods, 20% junk foods. So 80% steak, potatoes, rice, chicken, eggs, all that good stuff. And then 20% processed foods, ham, bacon, sausages. I just named a bunch of pork stuff, beef jerky, stuff like that. Like shit that just has so much like just nothingness in it, and chemicals, and just pure things that cause unhealthiness to happen in the chase of gains. And that's what we want to talk about today, because he ate a lot of that shit too, and now he has colorectal cancer stage 3.
Yeah, straight up,
So
for real. Like, talking about my diet, my diet was crazy back then. Like, and it was he's right. In the end of the day, I was just trying to put on muscle and get mass. So I wasn't thinking about vitamins and minerals. I wasn't thinking about other nutrients that the body needs, All I thought about was carbohydrates and protein, like straight up meathead mentality, you know what
literally,
I'm saying?
bro.
Like, I'm like, yo, I didn't get my protein, and give me a fucking cheeseburger, give me some fucking french fries with gravy, Every time I used to eat that garbage food, I used to feel like full. I'm like, yeah, it's going to my muscles.
Yeah, that's exactly what I used to feel
and
too.
I had like a zero fiber, man. I never consumed fiber.
Yeah, fiber is a big thing.
I never used to consume like very, very tiny little bits of fiber. And what else? Yeah, no, but for real, this is like a big eye opener. Although I do believe in other factors. Your diet, 100%. I believe plays a role, but I do have like my other like conspiracies and shit, like high
Let's
levels
hear them, bro.
Like high levels of stress, because on top of that, like cortisol levels, there's like a whole bunch of things, like like I don't want to like say like, don't take my word for it, because again, like I'm just listening to what I feel like my body's telling me. Everybody's different, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
very true.
But for me, I think like, yeah, diet and like levels of stress played a big role, because I was super stressed out, like mentally, emotionally, and on top of that, I was eating all that junk food, right? But there's actually research that I promise you can find research that's saying, like, talking about like having like a dysregulated nervous system, because it's crazy, because at one point I was working like 10-hour days, right? I went through working the trades, and that was tough, Working that trade was tough, it was a tough trade. My foremans were tough, and I felt like my nervous system got really fucked up, just from like going to even my family used to say to me, like, why are you still training like that, like the way you're living, right? Like waking up extremely, like I just felt restless, I felt super restless. But there's actually research that shows that that's just not good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like you have a nervous system. Like it weakens your immune system. If you're constantly stressed out.
I also think what you eat, it plays a huge role in how you feel, and a lot of people don't take that into perspective, or like take that into their eating habits. Because I remember around like this time last year, I was eating like garbage. I was eating pure processed food every single day. I was barely eating fruits. Like I don't think I touched a fruit for like a month and a half, and I felt that in my stomach. Like I was getting stomach pains. I was always tired. Like I was feeling terrible. And I knew it was my body telling me like, yo, I need to start eating some actual food. Why are you feeding me this stuff? I was feeling depressed. It's good. I was feeling depressed. I was feeling anxious. I was feeling stressed. And I thought the stress, anxiety, and depression was from like, I thought that was from other factors. I thought that was just from work, or that was from lack of sleep. After I started eating only whole foods, I didn't even do the 80-20 rule. I only ate whole foods. If I couldn't get my hands on a natural meal, I was not eating it. I was not eating until I could get my hands on a natural meal, which means I was losing out on gains, but it was for the better. I didn't care about my gains at that point. I was like, you know what? I'm sacrificing my muscle for actual health. Because we all want to look healthy and be healthy, but then in that chase, we end up being unhealthy.
Fitness is a bit kind of weird right now, because it's supposed about being healthy, but most bodybuilders are actually not healthy. Most bodybuilders die early because of a heart attack or some sort of cardiovascular disease or some shit, you know?
What meats should people stay away, or not meats, but like what food should people stay away from? Type
From
shit.
like stay away from, like, honestly, I wouldn't
It's
say
all
to,
processed.
I
that
wouldn't
you should
say
stay
not.
away
Okay,
from.
look, I enjoy food too. I like food, you know, and I now like when I first like was diagnosed, I was like, I don't want to eat none of it. Like I didn't even want to touch a single bit. But then as I went further, I'm like, you know what, I changed up my diet a lot, so I'm gonna try to minimize it as much as possible. So that's my best advice, you know, like enjoy the food you like, but just be extremely considerate. Make sure you have a balance to it, you know?
Don't just
You know what I'm
pig out.
saying? Like a lot of the times, like when I finish a large meal, you know, I might like chug down like a nice tea, you know, like a nice peppermint tea or like some herbal tea to help with the digestion and stuff.
Walking after
Especially-
you eat
Yeah,
too is very good
like
for
if
you.
I were to like eat like if I have a cheat day and I'm eating like food that I know is not good for my body. I'll make sure to like do a detox at night, you know, like have like herbs, like a herb tea, like lime, lemon is super good, ginger, turmeric. Like you want to use these for detoxing, 100%. Those are super good herbs. You brew them into a tea. There's so many herbs out there that can help you with this.
Literally making potions.
Lavender, chamomile, yeah, like straight up making potions, trust me. Yo, I just want to mention quickly. Yo, I used to consume a shit ton of red meat. Like to the point even like the crazy part is cuz like even my mom used to say like you eat a lot of red meat, and like at the time like I was like, so what, like it's just protein, right? Like
Yeah.
what's wrong with red meat?
That's
Well,
all that's all that your bodybuilder mind thinks.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
protein. You see meat as
straight up.
protein.
No,
You don't
like
see it as anything else.
I was consuming like three times a week, even
Fuck.
more sometimes. I was heavily relying on steak, but you know but I will say it will build your muscle, you know, because you've
Oh,
seen how
yeah,
I got,
no,
you
you
know,
were-
like I was pretty damn jacked at that.
You're still
And-
pretty damn jacked, bro.
Yeah, but that was crazy, man.
Yeah,
Like,
you were
fuck.
you were
When I was right now, I'm like 130. When I was in my 150s, I even remember it though. I felt like shit though. I felt like shit.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like muscularly wise, like always having pains and aches and shit. But I remember like I didn't have too much like digestive problems. I only started coming on later. But I remember feeling like shit regardless.
I
though.
remember when you used to complain about your digestive problems when it started happening. Now we know it was cancer. But I remember seeing this guy.
Yo, I should like tell people like for awareness. Like I had a friend like say to me like, yo, that he was having blood in his stool. He said he was getting that because he was eating a lot of like outside food, you know, like fast food.
Yeah.
And when he stopped, like the bleeding stopped. I would not ignore that symptom.
Yeah, I mean.
I would always, number one, if you're having blood in your stool, like unusual symptoms down there, like don't be shy. Like fucking trust me, like get that shit checked out. Yo, I ignored that shit for so long. I used to ignore like bloody stool.
I remember, dude. You
I
ignored
fucking
that shit
ignored
for like a year.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't you didn't go to the doctor for a year.
Yeah, straight up, because and that's another thing. That's another thing that I kind of like I talked about. Back to being like stressed all the time, living in that fight or flight mode that fucks up your nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ignored it, because I was so caught up in the grind. Like
It's true.
I'd straight up remember I used to laugh it off. I used to be like, yo, I'm like shitting on my guts. Like I'm like looking, I'm like, damn, that looks fucked up. I'm gonna go back to work now.
If you're gonna learn one thing from this video, it's just because you see it happening to other people and you think that won't happen to me, that can't happen to me, I can't catch cancer at a young age, I can't have something wrong happen to me, I'm too young for it to be happening to me.
No,
This guy you're 23 now.
yeah,
no?
23, and like
and it
trust
happened
me.
to him.
And
So-
everyone like was shocked just because of how I appeared on the outside. You
Yeah.
know, like what? How is this possible?
I was completely dumbfounded when I found out.
But then,
about
like
that.
then when I analyzed everything, I'm like, okay, I put myself in a lot of the risk factors. Like if you search up like colorectal cancer causes or like risk factors, I pretty much was kind of checked in a lot of them.
You have to listen to your body, and some people don't think that like
Yeah,
it's
like,
hard to do that.
Like your body's
It's
not gonna
not.
react the same as
Yeah.
how to someone else's diet. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. There's always a baseline of health,
Yeah.
and that baseline is natural foods. That's the baseline. That's what we were designed to live off of. We weren't designed to live off of all this processed shit. So cut the processed shit out, or limit it to at most 20% of your diet.
I'm just gonna add a tiny piece of advice. I feel like it's been helping me a lot. I think a lot of people should do this though. In the morning, I feel like the greatest thing is your bowels are just waking up. Have water, green tea, and some fruits, you know? I promise you, this is called nourishment, you know? This is nourishment. Think
That's how you want to start your
Yeah,
day.
you want to think nourishment now. Like, that's what you want to think. That's what I think now. I just think nourishment, you know? Like, when I'm putting stuff into my body now, like, I think, okay, like, how is this going to nourish my body?
When you get hungry, I'm going to get you home. I still need to get home. It is 11:30. I need a shower. I'm going. Fiber. All right, that is going to wrap up today's video, guys. I hope you guys learned at least something from this video, especially if you're in the bodybuilding scene. This also helps just general life, but bodybuilding scene for sure, because you heard it here from a literal fucking bodybuilder. Like, he is the #1 example to be listening to if you want to avoid getting your health in jeopardy. So yeah, huge shout out to Juan for coming out again to talk about his cancer and stuff like that, his whole situation and how to avoid being like him. But yeah, that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like, comment down below letting me know if you want more of these types of videos, and hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Hit that bell notification icon if you haven't already. Excel by Force, thrive in fitness. I love you guys.